Hi there, it's Aaron Richardson, your general manager and partner at Century 21 Heritage Group. We have one day until TRESA. TRESA 2002, I know it should be 2023, but it's 2002, the act, and TRESA is the amendment to that act. Starts December 1st, which is tomorrow. That means we have new forms, updated forms, new templates, clauses, and all these sort of things that are there to help you through a little more transparency. And in this case, designated representative is the big word. So what I'm going to be doing over the next week or two is providing these shorter snippet videos with regards to specifics on practical application of the new TRESA. And I hope all of you have watched TRESA 1, 2, 3, and 4 that Isabel has done over the last 3 to 4 weeks. And if you haven't, please do that. They are available in the Excel platform, single sign-on in your Google Apps. So no problem getting in there. Everybody has access. So have a look at those as well. There is a RICO update course you can take at no charge. And of course, that gets put towards your credit for the courses on your renewal. So make sure you do that. But today, what I want to do is just go through the confirmation of cooperation. It is going to be the toughest form to sort of, figure out when it comes to TRESA. And it happens to be one that OREA has updated for us. Unfortunately, it's not quite there yet. So I do expect an update from them to fix a few things. However, moving into tomorrow, this is how we're going to fill out the form with designated representative. As you may be aware, and if you're not aware, the brokerage provides services where the designated agent provides representation. Moving forward on every buy or sell, you are going to fill out buyer representation and a listing agreement in those two circumstances. And you're going to designate yourself and possibly others, depending on who is negotiating on behalf of your seller or buyer. And when you designate, you need to make sure you fill out the confirmation of cooperation properly as well. How are you going to fill it in when another brokerage obviously is listed the property and you're representing your buyer? So I'm going to go through that really quickly with you. And then again, we are going to go through these things a little bit more in detail as we go through. We're here to help, and all the management team are on board with this. So this is the confirmation of representation, the first sheet, the first of 2 pages. The first page deals with the listing brokerage. If you're the listing brokerage, you are going to be 1D moving forward. We used to put 1A, which means the whole brokerage represents the interest of the seller, which is no longer the case moving forward. It's the whole brokerage that provides only service, okay? And why 1D? It's because it states the seller and the buyer are represented by a designated representative of the brokerage. Multiple representation will not occur. So we're not in multiple representation when 2 people are designated in the same brokerage. That's one of the benefits of this, and represents more than one. So they're just stating that in this situation, they're not multiple representation if it's 2 designated reps. And number 3, which is the designated representative, which is you, is providing representation to the seller, which is true, and the brokerage is providing services to the seller client, which is absolutely true. So this is how we're filling this in. This is how a co-op brokerage would fill it in on your listing. What we're going to do is attach these for you to your listing. If you have a listing today, it's going to be 1A still, but in the future, it's going to be D3. Okay, so that's how we're dealing with a listing. And by the way, if you are putting an offer in on somebody's listing, you're going to call them and ask them what they are. If their brokerage is representing the client throughout all the brokerage, it's still 1A. But if they are doing designated rep, which we probably in most cases would probably be happening, it's still going to be D3. What we're going to do is I'm just going to move over to the other side, which is the next page, in saying if you are putting an offer in on a listing, obviously call over, find out what they're doing in terms of representation. You can fill it out. Hopefully they attach it as a schedule, the same thing, well, not as a schedule, but as an attachment to the listing is what we're doing. So 3 is the cooperating brokerage. Okay, so we are the cooperating brokerage because there's another brokerage involved. 2 would only be if there's no other brokerage involved, right? You're just a buyer brokerage, okay? But that's not the case. Most of the cases is going to be 3 and then B. We are the cooperating brokerage being paid a commission as indicated on the MLS. You put your 2.5% if it's 2.5% in there, just like you would do before. But we are going to template in this this saying or this comment. Okay, the designated representative, which is you, is providing representation to the buyer client, and the brokerage providing services to that buyer client. That is true. Nowhere in current setup is that available. So it only has the old way, which is cooperating brokerage represents the interest of the buyer, which is not the case with designated rep. So we just put that in there as the additional comments. So that's how you need to fill it out. Okay, so that's how we're moving forward with designated representation. At some point in time, this form is going to be updated again because they're going to want to include this as the pre-checkmarked form. I hope that answers the questions on the co-op agreement moving forward. Again, stay tuned for more videos because I will be doing more videos on how to fill in other things and as we get the forms. Currently today, we don't have access to all the new forms. We have a preview and this is what I use today. So good luck with everything. Of course, you're going to call with questions. All our management team are going to be standing by all weekend, tomorrow all weekend, and everything for your questions in those specific situations. But hopefully this helps with the confirmation of co-op and of course all the templates. Take care, have a great weekend, and happy selling.